National Vietnam War Veterans Day will be held March 29th to honor and recognize men and women who served during the Vietnam War. The Springfield Vets Center will have a special ceremony beginning at 10 a.m. Carloee McGrath sat down with Vet Center Director Joe Crego, as well as Vietnam veterans Arlyn Wyman and Francis Langer, who both served in the Army, to learn more.
Vet centers were started back in 1979 by Vietnam veterans, for Vietnam veterans. It's always been a part of the Department of Veteran Affairs, the Federal Department of Veteran Affairs. And it was started back then with the understanding that some Vietnam veterans weren't actually getting into the main VA because of some distrust issues and things like that. So the vet centers were in the community. It made it easier for veterans to stop in, talk to one another. A lot of the programming that went on was kind of like a rap group where men and women just sat down and talked about their experiences and how they were dealing with it and starting to cope with different aspects of the war as they reintegrated into their homes and into their lives. And that's how readjustment counseling services started, which is what we are in essence. The vet centers are part of readjustment counseling services, which is a nationwide program through the Department of Veteran Affairs. And our specific role is the readjustment counseling of combat veterans. Started, of course, for Vietnam veterans, but now we serve all of the various eras of conflicts that we continue to have today.
So, Arlyn, how has this helped you, and what has this meant to you?
It's meant that I could just feel that, you know, I can wear this shirt now, I can wear the hat where I used to have trouble putting on that I was a veteran, and that's how the Vet Center has helped me.
And you guys met through the Vet Center, and it's a small world because you're both from West Springfield,
right.
And you served at different times. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I served in the 9th Infantry, and Fran served in the 9th Infantry, but we were in different times.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And so this has meant a lot to you as well through the years, being involved?
Well, having something in common with other people on things that we didn't really talk about for a long time. So going to the Vet Center, I meat someone like Arlyn, you have a commonality and you have this conversation that it doesn't hurt anymore. It's very, very, very helpful.
And how important is it for both of you, and I could start with you, Fran, to reach out to the younger veterans who are coming home? That must be a big part of this.
Well, it is a big part of it because we got kind of shortchanged when we came home, and we don't want that to happen to them. So we're veterans helping veterans.
And Arlyn, I'm sure you feel the same way about that as well?
Yes, yes. As it says right here, veterans helping veterans on our Friends logo. And that's what we're out there to help.
In most airports today, you'll find a contingency of Vietnam veterans waiting for the men and women that are returning from different areas of conflict. You'll find them there today, proudly welcoming the men and women coming home. It's not at all the reception that many Vietnam veterans received when they were coming back home then, during the late 60s and early 70s. The political climate was very different. The country's perception of what was going on was very different. So for these men and women today to be able to greet these men and women that are coming home from current conflicts is very significant. And the Vet Center is just one of the many things that exist today for veterans because of the Vietnam veteran generation. So we're very, very grateful to them. And one of the neat things that's going to take place during this pinning ceremony, that it's going to be current or more recent area veterans that are going to be pinning the Vietnam veterans as a way of saying thank you for the groundwork that they've done up until this point and continue to do, as is evident through their participation here today, their participation through the organizations like the Friends and things of that nature. We're very, very fortunate to have them.
And Fran, I know you guys are both, you know, as we mentioned, very involved in the Friends of the Vet Center. What kinds of things do you guys support and pay for?
Well, there are a lot of programs that we finance, like an equestrian program for PTSD. We have kayak program in the summertime. There are multiple things that we fund, whether it be Qigong or Tai Chi, all services that help veterans who are suffering from PTSD or any kind of mental trauma.
And what kind of other programs do you have? I know you have the mobile unit, which we had talked about for vets, but what other programs do you have?
The mobile vet centers, we're getting a new one now on the 27th of this month. We're fortunate enough to have a new mobile vet center. Ours was reaching its age. And that's basically an outreach vehicle. We go out into the communities. We're able to meet veterans in the communities and fairs and things of that nature, but we also utilize it to provide counseling services in more remote areas. So for instance, right now we go out to Pittsfield every week and we set up the mobile vet center, and it's inside, it's set up with small offices, so very much like a therapy room, so you can come in and talk to someone in privacy, and so we provide that. At the vet center itself, we provide readjustment counseling services, which basically we help men and women that are coming back from a combat era, it doesn't matter which one, from Vietnam forward, readjust into society with their families, deal with stressors such as post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, anxiety, substance abuse issues. We provide a lot of socialization items, so we have picnics, we have various get-togethers just to get kind of folks understanding that they're not alone going through the process that they're doing. We provide a lot of family therapy type services, and because we're a little bit wider in what we see as readjustment services, we're able to not to just treat a traditional husband-wife family, but boyfriends and girlfriends. If a young veteran's coming home and he's still living at home with mom and dad, we can help the parents cope with what's going on with the veteran as well. And we do bereavement services also for families that have lost a veteran in combat.
Okay.
So our services are specific to combat or military sexual trauma.
Okay.
So we're basically a trauma-specific counseling center.
So Arlyn, what would be your message to men and women who have not sought services, who maybe need to, who might be watching this?
Well, that you need to just be able to say, I've got to do something for myself, and I need to go to the vet center, and see what they offer and go in that direction. That's what I did. I finally stepped up, decided I needed some help, so I went to the vet center.
Okay, Fran, Arlyn, and Joe, thank you so much for being here today and for your service. And that event is coming up on March 29th at 10 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Thank you.
being in here.
Our service was our privilege.
Thank you.